I'm Trev.
I'm Ellie.
And I'm Nick.
I'm Cameron. So where are your parents from, mom and dad's side? Go back all the way. Don't just say North Carolina.
All the way.
We want the country.
My mom's from Norway. Well, like my mom's family is from Norway, and then
Yeah.
my dad was adopted from Germany, so I think Germany.
Okay.
I don't know.
Cool.
My dad's parents are from a like super small town in Scotland. And then my mom's side of the family, I honestly do not know. I have literally no idea. I think maybe like goes way back to like France or something like that. But yeah, some European thing.
Cool.
And I'm, just as far as I know, Scotland and England and Ireland.
Great.
Okay, so my mom and dad are both from South Korea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So, what's your name?
Maya Guderbach.
Okay. I'm Cameron, right?
Nice to meet you, Cameron.
Okay, so where are your mom and dad from? Like not North Carolina or another state, but like where are they from?
My mom was born in Chicago, Illinois, but grew up in Virginia, in Charlottesville. And my dad is from Chios, Greece. Yes.
Cool.
Can you tell me your mom and dad's like family history?
Yeah, so my mom and dad they were both born in Thailand, and they both moved to the U.S. when they were about 2 or 3 years old.
Sorry to interrupt, but can you like go like farther back, like if you can, like your familial history, like before like your ancestors and stuff like that?
Oh man. The furthest I know is that my grandparents were just born and raised in Thailand, and like I said, they immigrated to the U.S. when they were about 16, 17.
Cool beans.
Okay, second question. What were your history classes like in high school, like when it came to like colonial times or like kind of settler history? Like what was kind of the narrative you guys got like from the class?
I got the very problematic, rural North Carolina, like Columbus is a great guy,
Yeah.
Cadence discovered America, all
Yeah.
that shit. And, you probably can't say that in your videos.
No, you can do whatever.
Yeah, the very problematic view, like very
Yeah.
Americanized,
Yeah.
like America first, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. We actually went to high school together, so it was pretty much the same. I mean, like definitely very like whitewashed and like classic. Yeah.
Just barely touched on like especially indigenous issues and like the real effects that things we did had on other countries. It was mainly like, then what was the climate like in the U.S. after that? So still very U.S. centered.
And like no discussion about like those effects now, like how all of that history
Definitely
affects
not.
like, life now.
Gotcha. Cool.
Okay, so I think it was pretty like one-dimensional,
Yeah.
but like in almost a good way.
Okay.
Because we did focus, like we did focus on like colonialism and how Native Americans were like very victimized during that period, and we had a really large emphasis on how they were victimized. So like Trail of Tears was a big part. Jefferson, was it Jefferson? No, it was Jackson. Jackson was a big part. Yeah, so we didn't really go into depth about like the extent of Native American like exploitation and victimization, but at the same time, I think we were given a good idea of how genocidal colonialism was in North America, especially. Yeah.
All sorts of stuff. Like elementary school taught a lot about like pilgrims and Native Americans, that like Thanksgiving learned that like whole phony tale. And then in high school we did some Puritan readings, like the Scarlet Letter, and some other things, so we learned a little bit more about like the true side of things. But yeah, that's about it.
No, same.
Not a whole lot. Honestly.
Did your history class like in high school or middle school and high school, did they ever tell you the reasonings of why Native Americans were conquested or like taken over?
And not really. If anything, they just kind of said this is what happened. The only response or the only reason they ever gave was because of the need for the Americans to conquer the entire contiguous U.S. But other than that, there was like, it didn't really get down to it. They basically just said they were conquered for this one reason. and they kind of glossed over it.
Okay, last question. What are some images, scenes you guys think of when I say the word like Western? Like genre, you know. If I'm saying I want to go watch a Western, what am I gonna see? What am I gonna see on the screen?
Definitely picture some like cowboys, you know, Westworld
Yeah.
style.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Anything
Anything else?
Hollywood-esque, I guess. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood.
Clint
Kind of
Eastwood,
thing.
got it.
yeah, probably some like battles or like horseback battles. I don't know, like guns and stuff.
bison like roaming the field and stuff. You know
Yeah.
that kind of
Yeah,
Yeah.
and a lot of
Yeah.
like fighting in between different like either tribes or towns. Yeah.
White people,
Yes.
Hollywood, good-looking white people. I don't actually watch that many
A lot of
movies.
Westerns,
Yeah.
yeah.
So my Western movie experience is kind of limited to like Marvel,
Got it.
Marvel, which is pretty much all white.
Yeah.
Just because all the heroes are like all white,
Got
except
it.
for like Black Panther,
Right.
which was great by the way. And since we're on the topic of indigenous people,
Yeah.
we don't see a lot of indigenous representation.
Right.
I feel like we might see some background characters where we might feel, oh, they might be this, they might be that.
Yeah.
We're never given like concrete answers or insight into whether or not these people are like being represented.
Got it. Cool. We good?
Oh,
Sweet. Thank you so much.
third family.
Oh, the third one, right. Oh, gosh. Anyways. So where are your parents from? So your mom's side and your dad's side.
Okay, so my mom and dad are both from South Korea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. There you go.
Great.
Thank you so
That's
much.
it.
No
Thanks,
problem.
guys. Okay, and then so if I was gonna say I was gonna go watch a Western, like what do you think that I would see, like in the?
Oh gosh, Clint Eastwood, Tombstone, like something like kind
Okay.
of like takes place, like in establishing the Western United States.
Yeah. Okay.
Canyons. I don't know.
Alright, okay,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
about it.
Cool.
Right.
Well, that's
That-
it.
what-
What comes to mind when you think of the word Western?
Western.
Like, I guess in like the American sphere.
It's a weird culture.
Like, could you name like just like words? Like, what words come to mind?
White.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Is that any other words?
Goodness.